Starr Global Learning Network is the professional training arm of Starr Commonwealth and is comprised of 3 training programs: Reclaiming Youth International, the National Institute for Trauma and Loss in Children, and Glasswing Racial Healing. Building on Starr's 100-plus year history of strength-based approaches to youth development, these 3 programs train more than 20,000 professionals each year throughout North America and abroad. Reclaiming Youth International was founded in South Dakota, but is rooted in the strength-based approaches pioneered at Starr Commonwealth and at the University of Michigan's Fresh Air Camp. RYI offers training and consultation that are based on the Circle of Courage model. The Circle of Courage model is based on 4 universal growth needs: belonging, mastery, independence, and generosity, and was really developed out of a synergy of strength-based approaches to youth development and the cultural wisdom of Native people. I often think of the Circle of Courage as close to a belief system in academia as you can get. It's not a curriculum, it's not manualized, it's more of a belief system about kids. It's a lens through which professionals look at the children they're working with. When you see kids as people in pain, people with broken circles, people who have needs in the areas of belonging, mastery and independence, and generosity, it changes the way you approach the problems that they have in your classrooms, at home, or in the community. Rather than looking for deficits or problems, when professionals use the Circle of Courage, they look for needs that are unmet. And when you see those problems as symptomatic of unmet needs, it informs the way you intervene, and it builds strength and resilience in youth. The Circle of Courage model is both beautifully simple and so profound. We call the 4 needs of belonging, mastery, independence, and generosity universal because they're universally applicable. We've taken this program throughout the world, and on every continent and in every culture, no one argues that every person needs those 4 needs. Whether it be in a classroom, a family environment, or in a residential treatment center, professionals find the Circle of Courage a model that they can use to meet the needs of the youth and young adults that they work with. The National Institute for Trauma and Loss in Children, also known as TLC, was once a part of the Children's Home of Detroit and is now a key program of the Starr Global Learning Network. Founded in response to a widespread epidemic in teen suicide, TLC offers a wide array of tools and resources, training and consultation for professionals who work with youth who've experienced trauma. These trainings, tools, and resources utilize the evidence-based SITCAP model and are both practical and sensory-based. Professionals use these tools and resources in the classroom, clinical settings, and in the home environment. At TLC, we see trauma as something that has happened to the individual, not something that's wrong with them. Starr Commonwealth has been involved in racial healing work for more than 2 decades, and out of this effort has come the Glasswing program. Glasswing addresses the issues of marginalized groups excluded from belonging and emphasizes our oneness as a human family. Glasswing facilitators and consultants can help schools, organizations, and communities confront the very destructive crisis of hate in all its forms through a variety of trainings and resources. Albert Einstein once said that our problems cannot be solved at the same level of awareness at which they've been created. And so with that, at Glasswing, we introduce these take-home skills that we call the 5 shifts, or pathways to human connection. Each one of these shifts help us see ourselves, others, and our relationships to one another differently. The first shift is the shift from cognitive to affective, or as I like to say, from the head to the heart. And this challenges people to think less about making decisions, agreeing or disagreeing, prioritizing, planning, but more about what they feel and what others are feeling. The second shift is the shift from material to spiritual, seeing one another connected on a spiritual level as human beings. The things that unite us are so much greater than the things that divide us. The third shift is the shift from certainty to curiosity. In this world, we seem to place a value on being sure about everything, even when we don't have all of the information. At Glasswing, we expect people to be more curious and to learn more about one another. The fourth shift is the shift from solution to transformation. Rather than being focused on fixing others or fixing the problem, let's look at ourselves and ways that we can grow as people and professionals. The fifth and final shift is the shift from debate to dialogue. Rather than arguing, trying to prove someone else wrong, trying to prove yourself right, trying to win, let's just exchange ideas and learn more from one another.